So Kev, a good point on the road away at Oldham on Saturday to take into tomorrow night's game at home against Eastleigh.
Yeah, this is always a tough place to go, we know that, but on reflection of the whole game, I think we played well. You're always going to get asked questions at Oldham, and they've done that, especially second half, but I thought we, in terms of control of the game, we were quite good. Probably needed the second goal to give ourselves breathing space, but they didn't quite get that. But overall, a good performance.
And for what is a relatively small squad due to some key injuries as well at the minute, you've got to go Saturday, and whilst you sort of try and bring in some reinforcements, what sort of challenge will that pose for the squad that you've got at the minute?
Yeah, I think not ideal in terms of numbers, but those that are out playing need to be resilient and make sure they're ready to go again. And as you say, you're not looking too far ahead in terms of the number of games we got, but working on trying to get bodies in to help. Obviously the injuries are a little bit away from where we want. Josh Walker's will be closer than most if you want, so there's others with a few weeks away.
Yeah, touch on Maher for a little bit. He made his 99th appearance for the club on Saturday, and if he's involved tomorrow, that would be his 100th game for the club. What a signing he's been for you, one of, I think, your first signings, and that's a testament to your recruitment, and obviously you're such an important player for you.
Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt, I think, since he's walked through the door, the quality he's got on the ball, he's, in terms of a professional as well, and how he does extra, looks after his body, top player as well. I remember watching him before we signed him, and watched his clips and watching his games he's played in, and listen, for me, he should never have been the level he was at. And he's done that and more since he's come to the club, and as a manager, he's a joy to have around the place.
Yeah, he's had to drop down from the levels that he sort of started out at in the academies and playing sort of league football, but he's worked his way back up, hasn't he? And he's proven that route is a positive one that you can go down, and talk about his professionalism as well. That's really important for you as manager. Yeah,
without a shadow of a doubt. He's been mainstay of a team, for a long time now. And as I say, listen, not just how he is as a person, but his quality on the pitch as well. And grateful to have him with us. And we want him to keep pushing, as he does, and he's keep his levels of performance, which he always does. And help him and help us to be successful.
And he missed pre-season as well, so he's probably not at absolute 100% match fitness, is he? So sort of building himself up to reach that point, but still putting in important performances.
Yeah, I think testament to him how fit he is. Obviously missing pre-season's not ideal, but he's come in and you wouldn't notice that because he's such a fit lad anyway, and the distance he covers on the pitch, it tells you that. So yeah, something we've got to keep an eye on as well, because he's come straight back in and he's playing minutes now, and absolutely delighted to have him back.
And on the game tomorrow, the Eastleigh side are in second place in the league at this early stage, of course, but they made a good start. Just the one defeat, but like ourselves, only just the one defeat. Yeah. So a tough game, but obviously we want to turn those draws into wins, and they've got a strong squad, but a game that you feel like you can get hopefully another 3 points in. Yeah,
of course. Being at home, we try and win all our games. Even Saturday, no matter where we go, we want to try and win. As you say, they've started well, and a good side, good pros all around the team, very well organised, and a threat up top, of course.
Thank you, James.
I know it's to become expected, really, but the spirit on Saturday up against Dagenham as well, it says a lot about this side.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and that's the one thing I don't think you can ever question, and that's with new bodies coming in. You see George Maher come into that group and team and see how much he ran for the team and what he done. James Morton come into the team as well, and he's been around the place now a bit. So, pleased with all of them, and that's always been there for us, and that fight and that determination to keep going, and no little quality, but just lacking a bit of depth, of course.
George Maher really sort of called it on Saturday. Do you think that's because he's getting sort of fitter and fitter with the more he plays?
Yeah, I think so. I think, as he said himself, he didn't have a lot of minutes in pre-season, so it would take him a little bit of time, but to get up to speed, and we just took him off at the end because he'd been on 2 or 3 lung busting runs and his legs were going a bit. But yeah, no, that's him getting up to speed and getting and fitter and just more football fitness if you want. But he's been brilliant around the place. You know, he's so positive and great character to have around here, and he's been brilliant with the players.
How's Cav?
Yeah, Cav's going and seeing a back specialist this week, so he'll be going to be a number of weeks, which is unfortunate, but it's something that it's probably been ongoing, he's managing, but we need to make sure he gets it right.
Yeah, and is Joe Gubbins all right? He seems to be sort of struggling a bit.
Yeah, you know, he just had a whack on his ankle, but you know, he's a big tough boy, Joe, so he'll be okay.